Hey guys, it's Corey and we're back in action this week for our very first video series. And this week's taboo topic is stereotyping. Yay, everyone's favorite. We love it. So we are walking the streets to figure out how people are stereotyped themselves and how that makes them feel. It's gonna get uncomfortable and it's gonna get weird. So come along for the ride. So today we're talking about stereotyping. So how are you guys typically stereotyped, if at all?
That's a good question. I'm often stereotyped for how I speak. In general, it's not traditionally considered how Black people talk or for my upbringing. So
talk so white.
that is, yeah, talking white. I'm like,
that.
that doesn't mean anything. So often for that. So yeah, stereotype, I would say.
People stereotype me thinking that I am racist, but I'm not. Like, oh, you're just a white guy, so you're racist. And I'm just like, that's not the case at all. I have friends from all different backgrounds. In my fraternity, I had, people from the Middle East. And so I learned a lot about culture. And honestly, people, they're quick to judge without getting the full story. And I feel like it's a lot of issues that people have is they're just so quick to judge one another without learning who that person is. I like hockey, you like hockey, let's all go to the hockey game. It doesn't matter,
So most people think like Indians are super smart. And so like every time I get a bad grade at school, it's kind of weird. Because like everybody's like, oh shoot, well you're done. When you get home, your parents are gonna be kind of mad at you. I'm like, hey, there's some dumb Indians out there. Like you can't just stereotype all of us.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm that one exception to the Indian stereotype.
Honestly, like just as a Black woman, I think people think I'm automatically just like bitter and angry.
Interesting.
And that's not me at all. Like I'm actually really bubbly and outgoing. So
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest stereotype.
So a lot of it was like, I've got like festival pins on my hat, I got the beard and everything, and I get called like, just dirty hippie or like a wook or something like that. And my thing is like, the reason I look like this is just because like after I got out of the military, I was just like, okay, I don't have to shave every day anymore. I don't have to do this. Just let it go. Like, just let it all grow out and have fun. And I guess you can call me a hippie just in the fact that like, you put love into the world. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? And if you want to stereotype me and call me a hippie because of that, totally fine with it.
Sometimes when people like I've just met, they're just like, oh, like, do you want to go into, I'm guessing you want to go into like medicine or something like that because like most doctors are Indian. At first I was just like, that's just like straight up stereotyping. I don't want to do medicine. Like I have many more options, but then eventually as more and more people said it, I'm just like, yeah, sure, yeah, I want to go to medicine.
So how does it make you feel when people stereotype you as a racist or something like that?
Honestly, I feel bad for them that they can't see it with an open perspective, which, that might be me saying something mean towards them in terms of like not being able to have an open mindset when they're claiming to have an open mindset. But honestly, that I just see people that put me in that box as closed-minded and they don't have the chance to, see outside of that perspective. We're all human beings. We all have feet, 10 fingers, 10 toes, it's not like we're that different from one another.
Often I feel like people are just not expanding their horizons. They haven't met enough different people. So I kind of feel bad when someone doesn't understand the difference between me and any other type of person. It's shallow in a way. And you just I want to educate people and let them know like, hey, it's okay for someone to be from somewhere else and not be how you expect.
Honestly, it's kind of funny, but like I know there's people out there that do take it kind of personally, and so I think it shouldn't be happening. Like my point of view is that it's funny, but I'm just like that. Some
Okay.
people probably take it offensively.
What are things that we can do to break down stereotypes, make people think differently?
I don't know. I think just hanging out with a diverse group and then letting people know exactly like how you are. I don't know, it just changes people's opinions, and then when you see a group of people who don't look like they belong together, it normally changes how people think.
There are steps we can take to make differences in stereotyping and lessening it, but I mean, it's just trying to understand someone different than you, which we're very far from that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Honestly, love is the answer. Love is always the answer. So I love Jesus, and whatever your belief is, just as long as you love one another.
My whole, I guess, mantra is if I can meet one person a day, talk to them for 30 seconds to however long it takes, and I can open their horizons on one thing, if I, just make them think about something from a different perspective, or just make them open their mind about something that they maybe would have been closed off before, whether it be stereotypes, whether it be, just looking at somebody and automatically having, a thought about them. It's just about, being more open and being more okay with understanding people instead of jumping to conclusions. And I just try and open people's mind to that as much as I can, just through normal conversation and just being nice to people.
I just met him and he's super cool.
No way, you guys just met? How long ago?
5 minutes?
5 or 6 minutes ago.
How did you guys meet?
We work
Yeah, we
in the
both
same
work here.
building.
Oh,
and
okay.
just coming out from work, so yeah.
Awesome, and now we're great friends.
Yeah.
You guys are part of the Us NASH team. We found some great ones out here today, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And we're fighting gale force winds out here, as you guys can see. This is what's happening, people. Just wind everywhere.